I'm Dwayna Cooper, and we are here at the Southern Pines Equestrian Center with the people from Easter Seals who are putting on the first annual Pro Rodeo here in Dublin.
Yes.
Pro Rodeo for sure.
Yes.
And we have Miss Denise Creel, and she is with Easter Seals
I'm
of
with
Middle
Easter Seals,
Georgia.
yes,
And she's going to tell us a little bit about this event and what's going on this morning.
Okay. Well, right here with me is Amy Thompson. She's with Georgia United, and they're one of the title sponsors of this event.
That's great.
And the sponsor of this mini rodeo help. And then Robert Cooey, who is President CEO of Easter Seals.
Great.
And this came about, we were all talking about a year ago, let's do a fundraiser, we need to do something to involve the community. And they all looked at me and said, let's do a rodeo. And I looked at them and I said, you're crazy. But that's what we did. We got in touch with the rodeo dude, contractor.
Yep.
And he set us up with all this. And we're like, well, you know, Easter Seals serves people with special needs, and we need to serve people with special needs at the rodeo. Because some of these kids are not going to get to come tonight. They're not, you know, don't want to, mom and dad's not going to bring them. Or as we can see, the weather's trying to keep them from us, but we got them here. We got them here. So we have the special needs kids from Lawrence County Schools and Dublin City Schools and Heartland. And they're all over there being entertained by the horses and the clown so far. There will be a mini rodeo. It's going to start in a few minutes. It'll be about a 30-minute rodeo. And then Zaxby's is going to furnish them with lunch.
Oh, that is such a wonderful benefit to our community, and I'm sure that these parents and these school organizations are really grateful that you all have, you know, something that was so good to bring them out to do today.
They're enjoying it. I have seen more smiles and heard more yells this morning than you would imagine, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It is. It sounds great. So then there's going to be the regular rodeo tonight and tomorrow night out
That's
here
correct.
at the Equestrian Center at Southern Pines Recreation Facility. So tell us a little bit about what people can expect to see at the rodeo tonight.
Horses and bulls.
Well, there's going to
and
be
cowboys and cowgirls. Yes.
some
yes.
barrel racing,
calf roping, and bull riding, and all of that sort of stuff. There's 8 events.
That's wonderful.
And
That's wonderful.
tonight it's kids' night, and we visited several of the schools. We went to Hillcrest, Susie Dasher, Northwest Lawrence, and Southwest Lawrence, and we're going to have a color draw tonight for the kids. We've got 4 bicycles, 2 boys and 2 girls that will be given away tonight. If they bring in the paper that they colored, and their name is pulled out of the box, then they win a bicycle.
Great.
So that's going on tonight. Georgia United has got some giveaways for them. The regular rodeo starts at 7:30. We'll go to 9:30. We're going to have some food vendors, some merchandise vendors, and some displays of agencies in the community, just promoting awareness for anybody that doesn't know, like Easter Seals or something like that, that they're here in the community.
That's great. So the doors open tonight at 5:30. The actual rodeo starts at 7:30, and we'll go to about 9:30 tonight.
That's correct.
We just thank y'all so much for coming
Thank
into
you.
the community and presenting this opportunity, especially for the kids. It's really wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, Easter Seals, though, is part of the community. We've been here for over 40 years, 60, 42 years, yeah, over 40 years. Easter Seals nationally is coming up on their 100th birthday next year, 2019. So we're here, and if there's anything that we can help people with, they just need to contact us.
That sounds great. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
Denise.
it.
Hey, I'm Dwayna Cooper, and we're here at the Southern Pines Equestrian Center, and we have Austin Williams, and he is with the rodeo group that is sponsoring the event here tonight and tomorrow night at the center. So could you tell us a little bit about your group, and how is it that you were designated a pro rodeo group?
So the Double Creek Rodeo Company, like 3-time stock contractor of the year in the Southeastern Professional Rodeo Association. That's number 1. But the pro rodeo group that we're in, you have to buy a card to be a part of it. So it's just not anybody can come, not local people can come enter the rodeo here tonight. But you got to buy a card and go to so many rodeos, and they work their way to the finals. And that's why we're here tonight, is everybody's trying to get to the finals. We take the top 15 in each one of the events, let them go to Philadelphia, Mississippi the first weekend in February, and then they get 2 performances in Philadelphia to become a world champion.
Great. So this is actually a qualifying event for your association.
Yes, this is just one of the tour stops. There's tons of rodeos in the Southeast over the year, and this is one of the bigger ones later in the year. So we got the people that are on the line that hadn't made the finals yet that are wanting to go, so they'll be here tonight and tomorrow night, so that'll make a big difference.
Well, that's great. So we've seen a little bit of the events that are going on this morning.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us? I understand that there's 8 events that are going to be going on this evening.
Yeah, and tonight when you come out, you'll get to see the bareback riding, the saddle bronc riding. Those are 2 bucking horse events that happen down here. When we leave down here, we go to the far end. It's calf roping, breakaway roping. Calf roping's a guy's event. Breakaway roping's a girl's event. That's a newer event and a newer style rodeo that we brought back. You got the breakaway roping, the Dally team roping, steer wrestling, and then, of course, the bull riding and the barrel racing.
That's awesome.
So 2 cowgirl events, 6 cowboy events.
And this breakaway roping, is that something that we saw earlier where when they rope the cow, it just breaks away, the rope comes apart, and, you know, it's kind of a gentler
Well,
event?
what they did for that is the all-around race throughout the year. They brought that event back, so cowgirls will have a shot at the all-around title. It's more money you win, number 1 on the average and everything, but it's another event that helps them get down the road too. So they did that, but it definitely is what they do is they have a poly rope tied on to their saddle horn with a piece of string. This morning we seen a breakaway hondo on the rope breakaway right here. When they rope their calf and stop their horse, the rope will just pop off the saddle horn. Tonight, that's how you'll see it work.
Right.
Today, it was a little different deal, but that's the breakdown of it. We seen it 2.5 seconds this morning.
Yeah.
We'll see it in the quicker 2s during the rodeo. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty neat event, and like I said, it's another shot for the cowgirls for the all-around title. So
That's great. So this is a pretty big production that you guys have. You have to bring the livestock and the horses and the bulls, and it looks like you brought the bleachers for the event and everything. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, the arena's portable. All this stuff back here was brought in, set up, and this has been it takes months of planning. I've known about this rodeo for a year, and I live in Missouri, so I drove down from Missouri last night. It's 600 miles for me. The funny man, he's a North Georgia guy, but there's a bunch of Alabama. I know there's some Oklahoma guys coming. That'll be here. So, I mean, yeah, there's people, you're going to see people from all over the world here this weekend.
That's really impressive. So everybody, please come out to the Southern Pines Arena tonight or tomorrow night and really support these guys. And it's an Easter Seal event, so it's really for a great cause. A great cause, and I think everybody will be entertained.
And it's completely family friendly. Everything that happens out here, it'll be the cheapest event you probably go to all year and the most fun. I mean, we'll have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of good quality contestants. That's what makes the rodeo great. And when you got that, it just feeds off of that, and it'll be good watching. I mean, we've got past world champions, future world champions that'll be here tonight. So, and Funny Man of the Year, Marshall Green.
Good.
He was the Funny Man of the Year last year. So it's good. I mean, it'll be top notch. It's something you don't want to miss.
That's great. So hi, we're back, and I'm Dwayna Cooper, and we're still at the Southern Pines Equestrian Center, and we are here with a very special group of kids today. We've got the West Lawrence Middle School kids here, and they're having a special field trip today to view the first annual pro rodeo that's being presented by Easter Seals out here. So take a look at these guys. Hi, everybody. Are you all enjoying the rodeo today? Awesome!
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Fairview Fitness Center, open 24/7 with staffed hours available every day. Push your fitness further with our fitness classes. Join today and see the benefits of a healthy life. Fairview Fitness Center, serving our community for over 30 years. For more information, call 353-1900. Visit us at 200 Industrial Boulevard behind Fairview Hospital or log on to fairviewfitness.com.
Hey, we're back again, and I'm Dwayna Cooper, and we're here at the Southern Pines Equestrian Center, and I have Mr. Billy Hudson, and he is the president of the Double Creek Rodeo Association. Hello, and tell us a little bit about Double Creek.
Well, Double Creek Rodeo Company actually is we're based in Utah, Alabama, which is about 6 hours, 7 hours from here. So we came a little ways to be here in Lawrence County and Dublin, and we're just so happy to be here to bring the rodeo this weekend.
Yeah, I heard that it takes about a year to kind of get an event like this going on the docket, planned up.
Yes, ma'am. We met about right at a year ago with the Easter Seals of Middle Georgia. Mm-hmm. It is a benefit for the Easter Seals, and we met with them about a year ago and started our first initial planning for the event. And then, of course, we had to go out and get our sponsors and stuff. And they've been really good to us. Georgia United and Geico are our title sponsors for the event, and several other sponsors that are on board. And then we had the advertising part of it, and we've got that done. Now all we got to do is put on the rodeo.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about this livestock. Like what's interesting and what's going on with these animals that you bring with you?
What we have this weekend, this is a Southeastern Professional Rodeo Association sanctioned event. So the cowboys and cowgirls that you'll see this weekend are professional athletes. They're professional cowboys and cowgirls. They're coming in from all over the country. We got some from Oklahoma, Texas. I got a bronc rider and a bull rider from New York.
Wow.
I got a kid coming down from Canada to ride bulls. So we've got a lot of cowboys and cowgirls, so we brought the best stock too. We say stock, we mean the bucking horses, the bareback horses, the saddle bronc horses, and of course the bulls, the Bremer bucking bulls. You can see them here in the background. They're just lounging around. We fed them breakfast this morning, and they're just standing around waiting to get started tonight. But these animals you've seen some of these bulls on TV in your living room on the PBR tour. Some of these bulls have been to the World Finals out in Las Vegas. So we brought the best stock. We brought World Championship stock here also.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we really appreciate you in this community. I know that the Easter Seals really appreciates that you guys came into town, and, you know, we're partners with them on this event. So thank you very much for just being here. Thank you for speaking to us today. So we have one of our participants for tonight's rodeo. His name is Gage Hudson, and he's with Double Creek Rodeo, and he's a little champion. Can you tell us a little bit about the events that you do and some of the awards you've won?
Well, in my Little Britches rodeo, I do barrels, poles, flags, and goats. That's all in my division I'm in now. And I've won a few saddles. I know I got a few buckles and a bunch of other stuff.
Didn't you say you were a champion in one of your divisions?
Barrel racing.
Barrel racing. Well, that's great. Are you going to be performing here tonight?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm pretty sure I am. So.
All right. Well, we'll be looking for you, okay? Hey, guys, I'm Dwayna Cooper, and we're back with Marshall Green. And he's the funny man for the rodeo tonight, and he's kind of the co-host of the event. So this is Marshall Green with an E.
That's right. We're part of the rich Greens. We could afford the E. It's just how that worked out, I guess.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about how you work with the event tonight.
Well, everybody, it's supposed to be seamless out there, and people they're never supposed to notice the downtime.
Sure.
But if I'm doing my job, they'll never notice the downtime because I'm going to jump in there and fill it up. Because a lot of times that after the bull or before the bull riding or before the bucking horses or after the bucking horses, they're having to switch arena sides.
Yeah.
They'll have to go to the other end of the arena for the timed events and then come back here for the rough stop. Well, that's when I kind of jump in there and do some acts, do some jokes, interact with the crowd. So it takes their attention completely off the downtime and there not being anything out in the arena. It puts it all on me, and that I'm here to fill holes in the show.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it makes it a professional production, and that's great.
And it's fun. This is the greatest job in the world,
I bet. I heard you have some acclaim as the clown.
Well, I claim to be a clown. Really not. The only difference between me and most of the men out there is I know I'm a clown. So.
But you got some awards, though?
I do have some awards. Yeah. Last year I was SPRA Barrel Man of the Year. I've been all region finals barrel man. I was 3 years runner up to the IFR, and I swore up and down if Dusty Myers got it for the 4th year, I was going to break both his knees with a pan. But
you finally overcame.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Dusty's one of my best friends, so it'd be hard to hit him in the knees. But yeah, accolades are nice, buckles are great, but as long as you're getting to rodeo, who cares about the buckle,
Especially with an event like this morning with these special children, and I know they really, really enjoyed you today.
Yeah, it is fun to sit back and watch those kids laugh and have a good time because, reality being what it is, God's smiled down on most of us and we've had healthy kids. And when you have children like that, the challenges of getting them out at night and doing things like this with them it's tough. And so anytime, we get a chance to, if it's visiting a hospital, we'll go to a Shriners Hospital or come, do an event like this. I don't know a single cowboy that would have said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to saddle my horse today and go out there for a bunch of kids. It wouldn't have mattered if it was a perfectly good, healthy kindergarten class here. If the Cowboys had made it, they would have been here. They would have done it. And that's what cowboys do. So.
Well, we really appreciate you, and the community got me a little misty on that one, but
yeah.
We really appreciate you guys coming.
Here, dab that off.
And, it's going to be a great event because you guys are just true professionals, and we're lucky to have you.
I'm lucky that, I've got Austin Williams as one of my best friends. And when I first started clowning, I was lucky enough that Austin was already announcing. He had been announcing for a few years. Well, really, my first year I kind of come on and started clowning. The stock contractor that picked me up and hired me for the year, I'd also hired Austin. So Austin,
you're like a tag team.
Me. We were both still really new in the business, but he had been going a little bit, so he was able to help me. And 10 years later, here we are. We're still
a team.
Going. And last year he was the SPRA announcer of the year. I was the barrel man of the year, and we got to go out to the finals together. And we've had so much fun. And then the year that we did the all region finals, it was me and Austin again. So you've got a really good announcer. Well, I say announcer. His wife also runs sound. The announcing's going to kind of stink this weekend, but the sound will be great. Sam does Samantha. She does a great job with the music and stuff, but we're just so close, and it's a lot of fun.